Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Fern. I'm an ex-Cal Invite Dave Defeat Source player in IGL with 151. I have another video for you today. I'm going back through my own ranked play and performing analysis just like I would do for my own players way back in the day when I was in IGL with 151. Now, fortunately, I don't have a full team and it's just my own play, so I'm not going to be dedicating anywhere near the amount of time that I used to. I mean, I used to do at least 1 hour per player post-match, and then obviously all the prep work for the new map and everything else like that. I'm not doing any of that. I have notes for this particular video, and I'm going to be going briefly over some of my own play, some of my with B-rolls, so just some overview things. And then I have 2 clips in particular that I'm going to be focusing on in terms of analysis, on kind of walking through why I made the decisions that I made. And in the second clip, kind of how we got ourselves into trouble, and also why I probably need to continue to communicate with my teammates in IGL. And then after that, I'm going to be showing just a full session of my ranked win, one of them, and that's it. So I hope you enjoy the video. Please feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. First thing, gun skill, right now, just not good enough with the controller. I remember back when I was playing Dave Defeat Source competitively, in the mornings before I would go to school or work, I would get, my standard was 100 kills and 25 deaths. So I'd join up into a random public server, usually under a pseudonym because I don't want to get, it's just what I did. And I would drop 100 kills, 25 deaths, usually 50 with a support or rifle, and then another 50 with a sniper rifle. That would set me up for success, because at nights, I would obviously be doing scrims or practice or matches with the team. So improving my gun skill is #1, and that is all, again, using the controller, Southpaw, Claw, just trying to get better. And my evaluation right now in TDM is if I can join a TDM game, if I can get 2K or more, and Control, if I can get 3K or more, then I'm kind of on where I want to be. The second big thing is switching to Pathfinder. I figure if I'm going to be stuck in Platinum, I might as well play a legend that I enjoy, and I just love playing Pathfinder. Having access to ring consoles and survey beacons has just been amazing, and obviously just the grappling system and everything about Pathy I love. So I'm going to continue to play Pathfinder as much as I can, and again, working on that gun skill.
Fucking one shot with a...
The third thing is frustration solo queuing. I've been really frustrated with the new rank system compared to last season, so I really haven't been playing as much as I was last season. Also, I've been kind of busy with other things. But solo queuing can be very frustrating, especially with the current system, because the MMR system is not as good as it was last season, in my opinion. Like, the people that you get matched with is a mixed bag this season, whereas last season I always felt like I was going to get matched with somebody who was pretty solid. This season just feels like a mixed bag. So it's been frustrating, and for that reason I haven't been doing as much in-game calling. I've been kind of silent, to be honest, on ranked and looking at my own play. The games that I'm more engaged, the games that I'm communicating, the games that I'm making more calls on behalf of our team are the games that I've been a lot more successful. Now, obviously, that's a two-sided coin, because on ranked, at least in this system, you get some teammates that are just pretty toxic. So you have to kind of always judge and evaluate how much you want to be vocal. But I will say, the games that I am more vocal on, I have been more successful just in general. You combine that with increased gun skill, and that's an opportunity and a path to success, or at least improvement. The final thing that I wanted to focus on here was making sure that you're playing your position. Okay?
I'm gonna grab a card.
Really, really important to play your position. And that is honestly kind of my own default. I don't like to chase kills. I don't like to push unnecessarily. So tying in with the idea of constantly IGLing and making sure that I'm staying involved and engaged in the game, I got to make sure I'm playing my position and playing my role. So if that means some games I'm dropping as much as I can or taking more gunfights than I normally would, fine. If that means that I need to play a more passive role and support role and wait for my position to get kills, that's what I'm going to do. So the biggest thing, though, is to play your position, making sure that I'm communicating effectively with my team, continuing to IGL, and obviously making sure that I'm continuing to improve my gun skill with the controller. Okay, so for this first clip that I got 2 clips I want to show you guys, but in this first clip, it kind of combines the different things that I've been talking about outside of making sure that I'm improving my gun skill and continuing to grind TDM. This first one, the prep for this clip is that I called earlier on in this session before we went into this tunnel that I wanted to go first. Now that's based on a variety of things, like kind of feeling out my teammates and kind of understanding that like I need to be the first one in for us to have success. Now this also ties in with the idea of making sure that I'm improving my gun skill, because if you're first one in the door, you better make sure that you're going to get a frag or at least get a trade. Okay, so I'm taking responsibility going into this tunnel because I want to be first. Now what you're going to see is we're walking in on it's a third party kind of situation. There's 2 teams in this tunnel that had been kind of fighting back and forth, but they aren't actively engaged. We're not really sure where these 2 teams are when we walk into the tunnel. But what you're going to see is that I'm trying to identify where this team is. So I wrap around I first check the top of this catwalk area, and then understanding where the team probably is, I wrap to the right. Now, and I sit behind a box. Okay, now this goes way back to Day of Defeat, right? This is a similar style, and you don't really see this type of thing in Counter-Strike and other games very often, because the time, or Rainbow Six even, because the time to kill in those games is much lower than in Apex. But you saw this in Day of Defeat, right? Because in Day of Defeat, you could get a partial through a wall, you could get a leg shot, sometimes a reg wasn't that good, and so you wouldn't get a full kill. So there's all these different combinations where the positioning and time to kill, positioning was extremely important, and time to kill was really, was much higher than in Counter-Strike with a lot of guns. So the reason I go behind the box is because, first off, it's a narrow room, it's a squared room, and if I'm behind a box, I now have an angle, 45-degree angle to the left-hand side. I'm cutting a little wedge there and able to section off, just with my positioning, able to section off that left-hand portion. Now what ends up happening is someone hears me go to that box, and then someone goes to the corresponding box, right? So just by going to that box, okay, I'm able to now change the dynamic of that gunfight. That makes sense. And this is what we would do in Day of Defeat all the time, right? So in Apex Legends, this is what we would set up, I would have us set up these types of mismatches all the time. In Apex Legends, generally, if it's 2 teams, it's a 3-on-3, okay? Now in Day of Defeat, that wasn't always the case. You're 6-on-6, but it's a spread out map, and there's multiple lanes. And so a lot of times you have a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-2 or a 3-on-3 on paper. But what you could do is change the dynamics of the gunfight and make it so it's more like a 4-on-2 or like a 3-on-1. And this is why, if you've seen the other videos, like I've never even thought about not taking an imbalanced gunfight in Day of Defeat. I always wanted to tip the scales. It would be a 3-on-3 plus we got our sniper in the back, or it'd be a 2-on-2 plus we have a support coming around on the flank. Like that's how we would set it up. I wanted to make sure that we would do that. So in this particular case, I get behind the box, and just by that positioning and understanding that there's another team in this room, I know that I've just created, at the very least, a 2-on-2 and a 1-on-1. Just by getting behind that box. right? My two teammates behind me, they end up going to the left. Okay? I don't know where the other team's going to go. But I know by getting behind that box, I've just now created either a 2-on-2 and a 1-on-1, or I've created a 1-on-2. Two people are going to push me, and then a 2-on-1 on the opposite side. Okay? Now, in a 1-on-2 situation, and I'm behind a box, behind cover, I'm pretty confident in myself and my gun skill, at least at this point, that I can at least get 2 cracks. Maybe I get a down and a crack. Now, in Apex, that's huge. That means I traded and got a crack. That means that if my teammates who have a 2-on-1 on the opposite side can get a 2-on-1 kill and then push a guy who's already cracked. This is huge, okay? So that's the first thing. And you're going to see that kind of play out here. That positioning is so important. Creating those imbalances in gunfights, positioning yourself for success, so important prior to starting those gunfights.
Somebody walk through here.
Okay.
They're fighting
right
the other
here,
side. They're fighting at the other. Yeah.
40 on them. Another team fighting him right now. Holy shit.
Yeah, but there's a team to the right. There's a team to the right. Oh, I just got fucking ripped. Hold on. I have to heal. I have to heal. I have to heal.
They're inside. They're inside. They're inside.
Just go high ground.
Attack. Knock one. Knock one. I'm batting. I'm batting. Knock him on the right side on the box right here.
On me. On me. On me. On me. On me. On me. Dead. 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 We traded. We traded. One here. Right here.
Cracked him. Got it. So for this next clip, I'm going to kind of demonstrate why I probably should, well, not probably should, I should be communicating more with my teammates, just like I would last season. And I need to be IGLing almost every single game as long as I don't have any toxic teammates. If I don't have any toxic teammates, I'm going to 100% be IGLing. Okay, so this clip is actually part of the same game. So that last tunnel clip was just before this clip. So we come out of the tunnel, and I make a call for us to get inside of the circle and play slow. Now, the reason that we do that is because we had just pushed this other team off of this position that we're about to take. Now, one of these guys in my team, this is not my team. These aren't guys that I normally play with. I'm solo queuing, right? And that is a whole different discussion. I've solo queued pretty consistently since I stopped IGLing, and that is probably because you play with a set of people, set of guys, and you get to an extremely high level in the game, right? We were like one of the best teams, I think top 2 at one point. One season we actually were first, so we could say that we were the best team in the game for a little bit there. And I've already talked about the distributions, how the top 3 teams would never lose to any other team, period, right, in other videos. So you get to a certain level in a game with a certain group of guys, and it's really hard to not have, or you get used to that dynamic, and it's really hard to kind of like go back, if that makes any sense at all. So I mostly solo queue because like I've played with people and I've kind of like have that expectation of like, hey, let's grind. Like I just default to that position mindset, invite level. We gotta, I just default to that. So I just kind of solo queue now because that obviously is not for everybody, and those types of emotions and thoughts are not for everybody. So I mainly solo queue. This particular case, kind of frustrating, right? So we take the perfect spot. We're at the top of this hill. We have multiple sections of cover. We push this team off, and one of the players that I'm playing with pushes down this canyon and kind of actually throws the game, because when he pushes down that canyon, what ends up happening is they come back and push and down him, and then a team comes and wraps us from behind. Now, if we would have just said what I said for us to do in the beginning, which is to get inside the circle and play slow, we would have been just fine, because we would have been able to ferry off that team on the right that was pushing through the canyon, and we would have seen that team wrapping up behind us just fine and probably wiped them. Last season, I would have made that call because I was so motivated to get to Diamond, and I'm a little more busy this season. I don't like the hidden MMR system as much I don't like the current MMR system as much as last season. And I think the matchmaking is just not as good in general. So I've been less motivated to IGL with randoms, if that makes any sense. But you're going to see that we basically lose God's spot because somebody threw the game. And that's fine and funny in trios. But when you're trying to grind ranked and trying to level up, it's just a no-go. Another team to the left. Get inside and play slow. Get inside, play slow. The fucking Wraith ran. Batting right here.
You can't.
He's getting double teamed. Nice job. Wow, guys. Nading. Oh. Nice job.
Dead. They're all dead. Yeah.
Someone's resing to our left.
On me.
I'm coming.
On me, cracked. Right here.
Behind us.
Behind us. Grab them. There's one more to your right.
Oh. Okay, yeah, so for me, continuing to focus on my gun skill, enjoying playing Pathfinder, and making sure, unless I have really toxic teammates, to communicate with my teammates and also IGL when appropriate. Outside of that, you can kind of see how these micro decisions start to add up. And if I had a stack of players that I had time to work with and play with, then these types of micro decisions are the things that we would drill the most. Like, for example, when we get into a final circle or close to a final circle and there's like 5, 6, 7, 8 teams left, maybe we just sit behind God's spot and we don't push down a canyon. That way we don't get wrapped by another team. Other types of little things like that. Now, obviously, that would require having a large commitment on my part, and I just don't have the time for it. So outside of that, again, making sure that I am continuing to communicate and working on my gun skill. I think those are the two biggest things. And those are the things that I could work on my own plate without having to worry about leading and managing a team. Speaking of which, I have also added a clip, a little bit longer of a clip, of me kind of doing exactly what I've been talking about and having success. This is IGLing, making sure I'm playing my position, focusing on my gun skill, and also getting the dub. Hope you enjoy. It's already 40 gold already. I don't know about that. We rotating through pylon?
Is that what we want to do? My bad, I didn't hear what you
You're
said.
good. I thought we could do that.
This way sound good?
We just.
Picked an upgrade, friends.
Rotating left. They might evac onto us, careful. They're taking it. Coming straight to you. I'm coming.
Oh, they're going right here.
Okay.
7.
Now the team moved over here.
Go back this way, Rampart.
Lucky us. We
I think a team's trying to make their way towards this way.
Gonna drop down. set up my zip line. If you crack them, I'm gonna push these guys.
More people flying, more people flying. Come back when you can, come back when you can.
Okay. No! Off the fucking... Thank you.
I'm gonna take the shots for you while you get up. Oh, they knocked one.
I'm healing.
Good, you're good. They got one knocked over there.
There's a second team, bro. I don't know if they're underneath or what. Oh, shit, my bad. I'm thirsting.
We'll get closer, see if I can throw a nade in it.
Okay.
Ah,
He's rezzing maybe. In that corner.
nade. 6-8, red.
Pushing.
Try to get angle. Yeah, we can push actually. It's not on both teams.
Fucking Watson, watch out. Nice shot,
Good. I'm gonna go res. I'll res.
Only 2 enemy squads already?
Batting.
Please go back. Right here.
Coming.
Good, you're good. Oh shit. My God. She's one.
I'm batting. Drop lower.
Someone push him.
Caustic above us. Caustic's one.
Oh shit.
Got fuse. I'm batting.
2v1, T1. Heal up.
I think he's rezzing.
Oh, it's a lifeline. Right here.
Let's go!
Yes. Good shit.
Are the Apex champions.
Oh my goodness. If I cannot believe that you made it this far. So if you did, I'm going to leave you with a quote, a daily quote for today, for you watching this video. This one comes from The Art of War. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. I love you. Have a great night, great day, great afternoon. I will talk to you soon.